Hi, and welcome back to a special minisode of This Toxic Fandom. We're going to ramble for about 20 minutes about the newest episode of UK versus the World, Series 3, Episode 4, Girl Groups from Outer Space. Say hi, Toxic Fan.
Hello.
Introduce yourself, Toxic Fan.
Hi, I'm David Gordon, and I'm your favorite space girl.
And Chest Burster, I hardly just know her, Jolie.
Wow, you're talking about her chest?
I mean, I always remember that Ridley Scott just didn't tell them what was going to happen in
Yeah.
that scene, so the reactions are very real.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about
Genius.
the fact that at a certain point, directors just decided to torture actors?
So you mean directing?
Anyway, speaking of people who are getting tortured, the queens are back in the workroom. And what does that mirror say, David?
Now you gotta clean this up. Sminty.
And Fontana does try to clean it.
Sminty.
Spoilers! Now you gotta clean this up, Minty.
Is it my fault that they decided to have a Minty and a Sminty?
Yes, you chose to do this. Fontana tries her best to clean this mirror, but also she is being verbally attacked by Mariah for doing a little dancey dance.
Yeah. They get to talking, and Fontana's just like,
Did my track record not matter, Godwin?
yeah, she's very pressed, and Godwin's just like, I picked who I liked. She's basically just like, I picked who I liked. I don't give a crap that you have a better track record, that you had a better outfit. I just thought I would pick who I thought did well in the challenge. Sorry, not sorry.
I will say,
Yes.
what a dangerous move to make as a frontrunner in a game.
Yes.
Just ask Pangina Heels.
Yes.
Very simply, choosing to try to eliminate competition when it's early, scary. At the same time, this is not lip sync for your legacy. You send girls home. This is beavering, Chippy T-ing, and the Chippy T is not sending someone home. It's giving them an opportunity to fight for their chance to stay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that fish in the Chippy tea is a tuna?
Why?
Because they're opportunaing. I broke Joe, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I just am so disappointed that it's called the Chippy Tea, and you made an opportuna joke and didn't end it with you didn't call it the Chippy Opportuna Tea.
Oh, that would have been better.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Oh my God. See, this is why you need to have this is why AI is not good and why you need to have writers' rooms. Yes, the writers' room is more toxic, but you have moments like these.
And David did get that joke from AI. I'm kidding. David doesn't know how to turn on a computer.
Not wrong.
Anyway, Mariah's also like, hey, Fontana, you celebrated too aggressively when you won, and it probably felt bad for the other side. And as we all know, Mariah's never survived a lip sync before.
Mariah's never won anything.
And she's been sent home a lot. So I think this was just an open wound. I think she was like, if Delta had done a dance after sending me home, I wouldn't have just written congratulations Raja on the mirror. I would have smashed it.
Fair.
Anyway, we get to the next day in the workroom and we learn that the maxi challenge this week is girl groups from outer space. They're going to be singing I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with an alien. And our team leaders are going to be Godland, the winner of last week, and Fontana, the winner of
survivor last week.
the winner of last week's lip sync.
Yeah.
So really, Fontana should be happy because she got to be a team leader.
Leader, I hardly know her.
And Godland picks Zahira first.
Zahira.
Fontana picks Kate Butch, which is so smart because when you know you're the choreographer, picking the writer is a great choice.
Yes.
Godland then gets Sminty. Fontana picks Serena Morena. Godland chooses Mariah. And
Naomi chooses Fontana. No, I'm joking. She doesn't get to choose anything. She's stuck with Fontana.
Naomi chooses violence, and she decides she's going to be mean to the other team this week.
You know what? Honestly, good for her.
Good for her.
I like the only Naomi. I'm not going to lie.
I enjoy anyone who's just making a bit of drama for funsies.
Yeah.
What I don't like is that none of these girls appreciate Kate Butch's space puns.
Yes,
Which one was your favorite?
Good.
Sketsons? Pod Bay Horrors?
Probably Pod Bay Horrors.
I loved the droids
I was about to say the droids
the
you're looking for.
All of them were so good, and these girls are just standing there like, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I mean, this is what happens when you have one nerd and a bunch of pretty girls.
That's what it used to be like when Pope was on the podcast.
I know.
But they eventually choose the name The Wormholes,
Yes.
which is great, especially because when it's said with a British accent, it does sound like wormhole.
Yeah. You know what they should have done?
What?
Not the ballworms.
Not the boba. And then Sminty immediately comes up with dolograms.
Because she's like, it's like the holograms, but with dolls.
It's actually the best name.
Yeah.
It's shockingly good. And that name is great until Godlin realizes that she did poorly on her girl group. Sminty did poorly on her girl group. Zahira went home on her girl group. And Mariah was in the bottom for her girl group.
And do you know why Mariah was in the bottom for her girl group?
Because she wasn't in love with Daddy Yankee?
No, because Mariah is a solo artist.
Anyway, we get into our
Writing session.
No, I was just going to skip to the recording session.
Oh, with British Jelly Roll.
We get into the recording session with Rag and Bone Man, or as David calls him,
British Jelly Roll. Or British Teddy Swims. Take your pick.
Honestly, I'm just going to say it. Rag and Bone Man's hot.
Yeah, he's very cute.
He can rag and bone me anytime, man.
It's like one of those, like, there's something about those guys that are like overly tatted and kind of like dad bod. And they probably smell, but you kind of want to fuck them. Like Post Malone.
I'm going to be honest. Saying Post Malone has a dad bod is fucking crazy of you.
What?
Isn't Post Malone like a twink?
No.
Do I not know who Post Malone is?
I don't think you know who Post Malone
Who
is.
am I thinking?
I have no clue.
The one with perfect pitch.
My mother?
Anyway, I just like Rag and Bone Man's energy. I think he'd be a tender lover. Anyway, he's also a great music producer because all of these girls get their tracks out well.
Mhm.
Everything sounds good. Everyone's doing well.
Mhm.
This is not... Honestly, we moved straight past the recording session because no one's doing badly because he's helping them through it.
Yeah.
So we then get to the choreo session where Godlin's team really just... They aren't entirely sure who's going to choreograph. None of them are that good at it. They're trying. Here's the thing. Their choreo is pretty cool when it's all put together.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a section of the dance where they're all doing their own things that truly just falls apart and makes it look really messy. And that, I think, was the problem of not having a choreographer.
Yeah.
And so Kate and Naomi being like, we're on a reality TV show and we're required to make drama during this section, are like saying kicky little things to the other group. And Sminty is upset.
Yeah.
Sminty is immediately pressed. She's like, why are you doing this to me? I'm having a bad time. I'm currently embarrassed on international television. How dare you? And Kate's like, oh, I thought this was a game.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fontana gets up there and suddenly choreographs a number so tight that there is a move on every single word.
Yeah.
And everyone on the team gets every move, even in the performance.
Yeah.
It is so impressive. She is running this girl group like the Navy.
Yes.
Honestly, she should have been high over Godland because of how good the choreo was.
I can tell you probably why she was running it like the Navy. Because she's from Brazil and service is mandatory.
I thought you were going to say because she's full of semen.
I mean, that too.
Anyway, we get into the next day in the workroom. Kate and Naomi do apologize for being twats the day before.
Yeah, they do feel bad.
We had to say twats because it's British.
Yes.
Legally.
I mean, I think it's one of those, it's a genuinely kind moment. And I think that it's one of those things where probably like in the moment they were like, girl can't take a joke. And then they probably were like, oh wait, we were being pretty mean.
And Sminty gets to have a little moment where she's like, yeah, Sminty is the armor.
Yeah.
And when I'm boy mode, I'm not that confident. And
Which
I
is
do get embarrassed really easily.
Strange, because god damn, he's cute.
I mean,
he's cute.
You don't get that much plastic surgery at 24 if you're confident as a boy.
That's plastic surgery?
Sorry, you think that's what a face looks like?
Sometimes. I'm from New York.
Sorry.
I've only lived coastally. So yes, that is sometimes what I think a face looks like.
You think that's what a British person's face is capable of looking like?
Touche. Again, I've only been to London.
David also thinks it's crazy how many white people in LA have big lips naturally.
Well, that's just because they're all fans of Sierra Mist.
RuPaul's outfit is...
Green. No. Wrong episode.
David, incorrect. So I appreciate that RuPaul on her runway this week decided to cover it with different colored versions of the umbrella logo from Resident Evil to warn us of the upcoming RuPapocalypse.
Yeah. I also liked her very space-agey earrings. I thought that was fun. It was kind of like one of the few times that it felt like she dressed on theme.
Yeah, RuPaul has been doing that slightly more lately, and I do like it.
Yeah.
I do agree with the statement that RuPaul hasn't dressed in a way that she thought the other girls would dress since that one time that the princess showed her up in season 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, David, who is Bananarama?
Who are you, Juicy Love Dion? Okay, have you heard of a song called Venus?
I've heard of a planet.
Like, goddess on a mountain top. Burning like a...
I think so.
Okay, that's Bananarama, or as they
Cool.
call them in England, Bananarama. So they have that. They also have the song Cruel Summer. It's a cruel summer. No?
David, there's a much more famous song called Cruel Summer.
Okay, well, before that famous song called Cruel Summer happened in the last 5 years.
So Bananarama is Taylor Swift. Moving on.
Anyway, they're a girl group from the 80s. And basically the thing that was kind of funny about them is that they always sang in unison. They never really had...
They didn't harmonize?
No, they just sang in unison.
That's fun.
Yeah. And there were 3 of them, now there's 2 of them.
What happened to one of them?
Ask Beyonce.
Is one of them famous now?
No.
And that third Bananarama, Olivia Colman. Abraham Lincoln. Anyway, the girl group starts. First up is the Dolograms. I will say during their verses, everyone is so strong.
Yes.
The performances throughout are quite good. Mariah's probably the weakest on the team in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think that reasonably, when Sminty was called to be up there, I thought Sminty was high.
Yeah.
I was shocked when she was not high.
Yeah.
Because I thought that Sminty did. I thought it was going to be Sminty and Godland and Kate as the top 3, and Naomi was being pushed down to low.
Yeah.
So, like, Sminty did great. We see mostly close-ups of them, so we don't see that they're messing up any choreo, because we never see 2 of them in the same frame at the same time.
Yeah.
And Sminty is really good in a close-up.
Yeah.
Also, her verse is really funny. The recalculating works. She's one of the people who clearly has some sci-fi nerddom in her,
Yes.
so her verse makes sense from a sci-fi perspective, which some of these girls lacked. Godlin proves once again that Arizona Brandy would kill on a RuPaul hosted season because she goes to pretend to like the stage, and Michelle just looks so delighted at that.
Yes.
It's a pretty good group. The drop
Drops
was
is good,
crazy.
yeah.
But we get into there's a part where it turns into just music and no lip syncing, and everyone just starts doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And Mariah's thing is falling and not being able to get up because she gets into a split and then she's like, oh no.
Are you calling her old? Because she's fallen and she can't get up?
Look, I'm just saying.
She
actually isn't wearing earrings. One of those is a life alert.
But also the other thing that I will say is that their outfits are very cohesive.
Yeah, they look like a normal girl group. And then we see the other team. And the other team, here's the thing. 2 of them have blue hair. Everyone's in silver, so RuPaul doesn't need to remember who they are. And then Kate Butch is just dressed in full sci-fi.
Yeah.
Kate Butch has 6 arms.
Which is great, because if she fucks up with the choreo, you don't notice.
Honestly, I actually think that Kate Butch having the most insane outfit made her undeniably the star of the team.
Agreed.
Like, she had a crazy sci-fi inspired outfit and is a foot taller than half the girls.
Yeah.
She just does stand out, and she's doing the choreo well. Kate was in an unfortunate position where if she didn't do great, she would have been really obviously doing poorly, but she does an incredible job.
Oh, she does a phenomenal job. The thing that's funny is that at the end of this, And also, just to quickly go into her verse, because her verse was phenomenal.
Lost my heart to a chest burst lover. No, Luke, I am your mother.
So good.
It's perfect. Close encounter. She's also like the ease with which she humps the stage and then moves to something else.
Yeah.
Sierra Mist could never.
She's just very like, this challenge for her was shockingly in the pocket.
Yeah, she's so in the pocket for somebody who this isn't what she does.
Yeah.
And like Fontana is great. She has a lot of energy. She's so good in a girl group. But I think that she misses the sci-fi of it all.
Yeah.
Serena Morena seems like she's doing fine until she tries to do a cartwheel.
Yep.
And just, if you're going to do stunts, practice them in the wig that you're going to wear, because that's definitely what messed her up. She could do the cartwheel in shoes the day before. She can't do the cartwheel in the wig. I did like them dragging Naomi away. I thought Naomi was the weakest of the group other than Serena, so I was shocked. I'm still convinced that they are doing top 2, bottom 4.
Yeah.
And that the third person isn't the third high, it's the fourth from the bottom.
Yeah.
And that they're
It's
just
the
not
mid.
and they're just not editing it well enough for you to understand that that's how their notes are actually going.
Fair.
But before we get to notes, we should bring it
To the runway.
runway. So you don't read runway.
Well, quick thing before we get to the runway, because I think it is important to note that they're actually very kind to each other because they watch each performance. But what's funny is that they're looking for the holograms are looking for a critique. And the only critique is like, well, we're very uniform, so we look like a real girl group. They each have their own personalities. And I'm like, I understand when you have a situation like a Destiny's Child or a Pussycat Dolls, where you're all uniform and then you have one standout person who's probably going to do very well.
You have the star.
Versus when you have the Spice Girls, where each one has her personality.
And you don't have a star.
Exactly.
But speaking of stars, the category this week is...
You're a star, baby!
I like this category in theory. No, first up is Zahira, and the star she is specifically Pisces.
Yes. So she's doing a Pisces look. It's very cool. It reminds me of the Bob Mackie, I wrote it down, Neptune Fantasy Barbie.
I will say, I really like this. I think this is held back by 2 things. I think the fish just feels
fishy,
not a part of the look. I almost wish there was like more like gauze and tulle on the look to make it feel like a galaxy almost. It's also held back by the fact that we just saw an incredible fish look from Godland the week before.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, this is good. It's not the koi fish look we got from Godland.
Yeah, nor is it, and it's also a pant look.
Yeah, I think
when I thought it was,
gown
when I thought it was a gown, I really liked it, and then when I realized it was pants, really the look just made me want taiyaki real bad.
Well, you have to think. It's Zahira Zapanta.
Oh.
It was in the name.
It's always in the name.
Next up is Godland, and this is like an Elton John inspired orange look.
Yeah, it's based off here's the thing that's really terrible about it. It's based off of a real look because all of the looks in Rocket Man were based off of real Elton John looks, but all I see is the Rocket Man look.
Well, here's what I'll say about it. I don't like the way that the jacket fits, but I don't think it's her fault. I don't even think it was how the jacket was made. I think it's that the huge star back piece is actually connected to the jacket itself and not like a backpack. So it is physically pulling the fabric away from her. And so it lacks the structure to keep it as a fitted tight jacket.
Yeah.
Which just makes it look a little bit worse and a little bit worse fitted.
Yeah. I mean, I'll also say that it's a look that like, it's really just giving, like, not to say that Elton John is not a drag queen, but it is giving very like male. It's not.
I think that's okay when you're Godland and every other look you've served is something entire. Like, because Godland does not serve butch queen realness on a regular basis, having one look that is a male-inspired look that sticks a little bit more in that silhouette while still giving you, like, a high-waisted pant and a blazer that is a feminine cut, I think works. Like, I think that it's not like when Milk came out as a RuPaul look and it was boy RuPaul and it was like, yeah, of course Milk picked that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just one of those things where it's like, Elton John would do that anyways, but neither here nor there.
Yeah. Next up is Mariah, and this is just a dress she owned with a corset over top of it.
She specifically says that she upcycled it, which is like, okay.
I don't even think, my guess when she says that is it's literally just she put it out of her closet and she realized it was silver and sparkly and put a silver corset over it. And now it's upcycled. Like, it's funny because Michelle doesn't even like the base dress.
Yeah.
She's like, the slit's weird. Next up is Sminty Drop.
It's very Nickelodeon villain. I could see this character on the Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say, I wish there was more star from the neck down.
You wish there was more star booty?
But I love the gold watch, what are they called?
Oh my god. Garters.
Garters. I love the gold watch garters.
Same.
But like literally from the neck, like the neck up, she has the star as the like hood and
Yeah.
the star eye patch, and then neck down, it's like a suit and a coat.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool. It's really cohesive. I just wish there was something at the bottom to like match what's up top.
Agreed.
Next up is Fontana.
This is beautiful. I love how she looks like Grace Kelly. She looks like Sabrina Carpenter.
It's stunning. I
It's
will
so
say
beautiful.
it's really reminiscent of the pink look she just wore. That was the Sailor Moon inspired look, where it's that kind of a sheer bodysuit and tulle fabric around it. So it just they're just coming a little close to each other for me.
I could see what you mean, but I genuinely feel like this is a Dior silhouette.
Fair.
Like this is a very like the other one. I know what you mean, but to me this is like very much a dress.
Yes, I will also say, Fontana is an incredible mover.
Mm.
She's so in her body. She's so present. And she's so stiff walking down the runway. And I'm curious. I just hope she watches it and goes, oh, I can improve that runway walk. Because I think she could walk actual high fashion runways.
Yes.
If she just like worked this walk better.
Yeah, agreed.
But it's just a little stilted.
Next up we have Kate
Kate
Butch. It's giving Katy Perry firework.
It's given sprinkler titty. I don't like this. I don't like the sprinklers on the titties. I don't like the weird. I wish the bodysuit was distinctly not her skin tone, because it just being like 2 shades off from her skin tone rather than being like a different color or significant. Like, it's just weird.
I didn't even realize she had bodysuit on. I was just thinking about the blue.
No, she has this like weird sparkly bodysuit. It's like a latex bodysuit moment under it.
Oh, I totally forgot.
And I wish it
about
was
that.
either exact to her skin tone or like genuinely really far off, just to give her more of like distinct look.
I think because she won, my brain painted it blue. Spoiler alert.
Next up is the only Naomi. And
So-
speaking of saying something that got blue,
I was about to say, she clearly thought she was winning this week because she was giving us a money shot.
she, sometimes for a runway, you just want to be covered in purple jism.
Yeah.
No,
Silver
sorry.
Chisholm.
Sometimes for a runway, you just want to be covered in silver jism.
Yeah. And if you're a fan of the Spice Girls, you want to be covered in Melanie Chisholm.
Who?
It's Mel C. Her last name is Chisholm.
Anyway, next up is Serena Morena.
Very pretty, very showgirl.
It's a showgirl look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we get into the judging. Kate Butch wins.
Kate Butch wins. The bottom 3 are Sminty Drop, Serena Morena, and
Mariah.
And Zahira is pressed when she
Yes.
is called safe. And I think she's just starting to see the writing on the wall. She's like, girl group is something I am good at. I was one of the stronger people in my group. I am clearly being looked over, and that
Yeah.
sucks. When they comment to Godland that she didn't win this week, and does she feel disappointed? She's like, well, I'm happy to share my win with Kate. And it's like, this is Kate's win.
Yeah.
Naomi's like, so it's also my win?
Yeah.
She's like, so I've won 2 weeks in a row now, too?
Amen.
But we all get into the argument. Mariah's like, who do you want to see more of? That's who you should save. Sminty will not fight.
No.
She's clearly embarrassed. She clearly does not want to be in this situation. And she's like, you need to save me. You made an alliance with me.
Week 1.
Follow through with your alliance. It is the first words we've ever said to each other.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to beg because I do not have that in me right
Yeah.
now. Unfortunately, Kate Butch also made an alliance with Mariah once Sminty started acting
Sminty.
a little less nice in the workroom. And Kate's gonna stick with that alliance.
Well, one thing that Kate says is she says, I have a reason to save all 3 of these girls, but I'm going to go with the person who I would be most upset if I did not see her in the workroom next week.
so Mariah receives the Chippy tea, and Sminty and Serena Morena are in the bottom. And the lip sync song is
I heard a rumor by Bananarama. Okay.
Sminty
Does not know
should-
the words.
Sminty would win this lip sync if she simply knew the words.
Yeah.
And like Serena Moreno knows these words so well, they're coming out of her ears.
How did she have that reveal?
Did she just have little flags for all of the lip sync songs?
Does she have a printing press with her?
It's so she's
I mean,
Gutenberg.
Is it not a printing press, a screen printer with her?
No, she has a printing press with her. She has a full printing press.
Wait, did you
in
call her
her hotel
Steve
room.
Gutenberg?
Yeah, I said she's Gutenberg.
Oh, I thought you said she's Steve Gutenberg.
Who's Steve Gutenberg?
You know who Steve Gutenberg is?
Who's Steve Gutenberg?
How will I teach these children
To read.
Clearly, the printing press.
Is that what his first name was? Was Steve?
No, Steve Gutenberg is an actor. And actually, like, one of the big jokes about when Gutenberg the musical came out is everyone was like, a musical about Steve Gutenberg.
I don't even know.
Nuremberg?
Nuremberg?
Gutenberg? I hardly Nuremberg.
But yeah, Serena Morena, she has the word. Like, Sminty is doing more. She's making a lot of cool choices. She's really sexy. I think this song really could have served her if she knew the words. Unfortunately, she does not.
She doesn't even, like, kind of, like, watermelon boogaloo shoo it.
She fully stops lip syncing at several points.
Yeah.
To, like, and it's not even like does a stunt so she stops lip syncing. She just stops lip syncing, thinks for a second, goes back to lip syncing. It is the definition of not being able to muddle through under pressure. It's the definition of the show must not go on.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Sminty's show will not go on because Serena Morena is told to Shantae she stays.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, she does a great job. And Sminty Drop is told to sashay away. And on the way out, she does flip off Kate Butch.
Like, she and Kate Butch maybe weren't friends going into this competition. They are definitely not friends after this competition.
Or maybe they'll bond over...
What's crazy is that when Kate gives Mariah the Chippy tea, Zahira and Godland are like, no, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. And then when she loses, they both turn around and are like, I can't believe this is happening. They cry.
They're bereft. Part of me genuinely wonders if Sminty at some point mentioned, maybe in Untucked, maybe somewhere else,
That she didn't know the words.
Yeah. And so they were like, not giving her the Chippy tea is the death sentence.
Yes.
Because you knew she didn't know the words. But also there's a chance she had no idea she didn't know the words.
And Zahira, it makes sense because
that they're UK sisters.
Yeah.
I mean, Godland, they make sense because they're just pretty.
Yeah.
They're all just very pretty. No.
Yeah. But anyways, that is what happens. And if you like us, by all means, hit that, ring our bell.
Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe on the video. You can go to This Toxic Fandom on any podcatcher of choice to listen to our full recaps of the main season of RuPaul's Drag Race. And
Podcatcher? I hardly know her.
It's Pod Knower. Anyway, until next time.
Stay toxic.
Now this is pod racing.